Okay, let's unpack this a bit. For years, SEO felt like, I don't know, a game of whack-a-mole with keywords, right? But what if I told you that game? Well, it's pretty much over. Today, we're diving deep into a really fascinating shift. This move away from just chasing individual keywords to a broader, much more impactful strategy called Holistic SEO. This deep dive is based on some fascinating insights we pulled from a recent YouTube video. It's titled Holistic SEO in 2025. Stop chasing keywords, do this instead. And our mission really is to understand why focusing only on keywords is missing the bigger picture now. And, how holistic SEO is what separates like forgettable websites from truly trusted industry leaders in 2025.
Yeah, and what's really revolutionary here, I think, is how our source defines holistic SEO.
Yeah.
It's not just like an incremental tweak to your strategy. It's presented as this all-encompassing overhaul. It means you're focusing on the entire user journey, your complete digital presence, really, rather than just optimizing for a few high-volume keywords.
Right, the whole journey.
Exactly. And this matters so much now because search engines, well, with advancements like AI overviews, those AI summaries right at the top of Google, and the broader search generative experience, SGE, plus multimodal search, basically means Google understands images, video, audio, not just text.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, they can now comprehend your entire brand story, your whole digital presence, not just like one isolated page.
So it's really about shifting our focus completely then, from just, words on a page to the full user experience and how our brand is actually perceived.
Precisely.
So what kind of fundamental questions should we be asking ourselves now instead of just counting keywords?
Right, exactly. So instead of just asking, did I use my keyword enough times, which feels a bit old school now, you're asking these core questions like, is my content genuinely helpful? Is it comprehensive? Does it really answer the user's need? Is my site fast? Is it mobile friendly for every user? That's key. And maybe most importantly, do users truly trust my brand? Do they trust the expertise I'm putting out there? Am I demonstrating real authority in my field? It's a huge shift, isn't it? From just keyword stuffing to building something genuinely valuable and authoritative online.
Yeah, it really sounds like a fundamental shift. But why? I mean, why is this holistic approach so critical right now in 2025? What's really changed with search engines to make it so urgent?
That's the core of it, isn't it? We're seeing these tools like AI overviews and the wider search generative experience, SGE, becoming much more pervasive. And what that really means is Google can truly grasp the context of your entire digital footprint.
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
Okay.
So in practice, what this means is like thin content, it just gets ignored. Keyword stuffing, that can actually get you punished now and a bad user experience. Well, that pretty much makes you invisible. You win today by building a trustworthy, helpful, and importantly, a well-structured online presence. Holistic SEO means you don't just rank for a single page. You rank because your brand deserves it. And that's a really powerful distinction, a game changer for digital strategy, I think.
Your brand deserves it. I like that.
Yeah.
So if we want a brand to deserve to rank, our source breaks it down into 5 core pillars of holistic SEO we need to focus on. The first one is technical health. This isn't just like a nice to have, is it? It sounds like if your site feels broken, your rankings will be too.
Oh, precisely. Yeah, think of it as the foundation of a house. Without a solid one, nothing else you build on top is going to stand properly. This pillar covers really crucial elements, things like site speed, how fast your pages actually load for a user, mobile-first design, making sure your site works seamlessly, even enjoyably, on smartphones, which is where so many users are. Core web vitals, those are specific Google metrics measuring user experience, like how quickly does stuff appear? Can people interact with it fast? And also proper schema markup, that's like a special code you add to help search engines really understand the context of your content better.
Okay.
So if these foundational things aren't strong, even your most amazing content might just not get seen.
That makes perfect sense. You need that strong foundation. Okay, moving on to the second pillar. Content, depth, and topical authority. This sounds like where you really aim to become the go-to source, establishing yourself as the expert, not just, an expert.
It's exactly spot on. So instead of just writing, say, one-off articles targeting isolated keywords, this pillar is all about building comprehensive content clusters, really deep dives around your core topics. So imagine you're an expert, let's say, in sustainable gardening. Instead of just one post on best tomatoes for beginners, you'd aim to create an entire digital library, right? Covering everything from heirloom varieties, pest control, soil health, maybe with video tutorials, downloadable guides, some deep dive research papers. You're demonstrating undeniable expertise. You're proving you're the definitive answer to a user's entire need. not just a single keyword query they typed in.
Right, becoming that comprehensive resource. And once you've got that amazing content, how you present it really matters, apparently. Which brings us to pillar 3, user experience, or UX. It sounds like SEO now cares deeply about how your site actually feels to visit. Why is that suddenly such a critical factor?
It absolutely does care. Deeply. Google's ultimate goal is to connect users not just with the best possible answer, but also with the best possible experience delivering that answer. So an excellent UX involves things like, is the navigation intuitive? Can people find what they need easily? Is the design fast? Is it responsive across all devices, desktop, tablet, phone? Are there clear calls to action? Is the site structure logical? Because if users land on your site and they can't find what they need, or they get lost, or just have a frustrating time, they'll leave.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Yeah, they bounce right off.
Exactly. They pogo stick back to the search result. And Google notices that behavior. It signals that your site isn't really serving the user well, and that directly impacts your rankings.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, the fourth pillar, EEAT and brand trust. That's experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trust.
It feels like it's no longer just about what you say, but really who is saying it. Why is Google so, I guess, obsessed with trust now? Well, fundamentally, it's because users are obsessed with trust, or at least they need it. People don't just search for products anymore. They often search for solutions, for guidance, from someone they can genuinely rely on. This is especially true for topics related to health, finance, safety, what Google calls your money or your life, or YMYL topics.
Right, the stakes are higher there.
Exactly. So this means actively showing your credentials. Maybe adding detailed expert bios to your content, showing off the experience behind the advice, perhaps getting recognized by reputable industry bodies or publications. It's all about building a digital reputation that precedes you. So when someone searches your brand name or finds your content, they instantly see credibility and trustworthiness, not just, a list of products or services.
Building that reputation. Okay. And finally, the fifth pillar, smart link building. Now, this isn't about those old, shady, kind of spammy backlinks we used to hear about, is it?
Oh, absolutely not. No, that era is thankfully over. This pillar focuses on creating genuinely link-worthy content, content that other reputable sites want to cite organically because it's valuable, it's insightful, it's original. It's about maybe getting your work featured in real, respected publications in your field, or building strategic partnerships where linking makes sense. Think of it like endorsements in the real world, right? If respected voices in your industry are naturally pointing to your content, that's a hugely powerful signal of authority and trust to search engines. It's really reputation-based SEO, where links are earned because your stuff is genuinely good and authoritative.
Earned, not bought or spammed. Got it. Now let's bust a few common myths maybe around holistic SEO. First up, is this just for the big brands, the ones with huge budgets? Our source says absolutely not.
Yeah, and that's a really critical point to hammer home. While sure, large enterprises might have more resources overall, holistic SEO actually helps level the playing field, potentially, for small businesses and niche sites. It allows them to compete not just on raw ad spend or, keyword density tricks, but on the genuine quality and trustworthiness of their overall digital presence. If you, as a smaller player, can truly serve your specific audience better, provide a superior user experience, build real trust, you can absolutely outperform much larger competitors who might still be stuck in that old keyword game.
So quality and trust can beat quantity. And what about keywords themselves? Do we still need them at all in this new landscape?
Yes, absolutely. But their role has definitely evolved. Keywords are still a crucial starting point, right? For understanding what your audience is actually searching for. What are their underlying problems? What questions do they have? But the focus shifts dramatically from just optimizing for a specific phrase to creating comprehensive resources that fully address the intent behind those keywords. You're solving the user's problem comprehensively, not just matching words on a page.
Solving problems, not just matching words. I like that distinction. Okay, and the big question, how long does all this take? Because, in a world of instant gratification, a lot of people want quick wins.
Yeah, that's always the natural question, isn't it? But holistic SEO, it's really not a quick fix. It's much more of a long-term investment in your brand's digital health and reputation. Our source suggests anywhere from maybe 4 to 12 months to start seeing significant, meaningful results. Think of it more like building a strong reputation in the real world, or maybe planting an orchard. It takes time, it takes consistent effort, but the harvest, when it matures, is incredibly robust and, importantly, sustainable. It drives real, lasting business growth, not just temporary ranking bumps.
Okay, so patience and persistence are key. So bringing it all together, what does this actually mean for you listening? It sounds like if you really want to win at SEO today, definitely going into 2025, you've got to stop treating it like just a checklist.
Indeed. Yeah, your site, your content, your brand reputation, it all needs to work together seamlessly with the primary goal of truly serving the user. And, if we connect this back to the bigger picture, it raises, I think, a really important question for you to consider. Given that holistic SEO really means you rank because your brand deserves it, how might applying these 5 pillars we talked about fundamentally change things? Not just your website's performance, right? But maybe how you perceive and actually develop your entire digital identity. It's definitely a concept worth mulling over as you plan your strategy going forward.